Master Bat Ion. Now, if you don't know what Master Bat Ion is, well, basically take those words and instead of spacing them out, just turn them into one word. I hope you know which order they go in. But anyway, back to me. So, this web semi-YouTube show thing via camera is really just a way for me to waste my time because I have so much time in my life. I really don't do that much, despite what you may or may not believe or think or not think about. But I don't know, I would really just like to discuss, what's been going on in my life for the past 24 hours. And that's basically the premise of each show every day, well, hopefully every day. I may not get around to an episode every day, but you know what? That's what trying is for. It's not always about the success of things. Sometimes attempting things are just as important. And I hope you, the viewers, know this. All 12 of you. That's probably a little bit high. It's probably more like 3 or 4. Maybe 4, because I know at least 3 people who are going to watch this. 2 of them are women. One of them is a guy who kind of got, pushed into doing it by one of the other women who he's in. Anyway, but yeah, back to me. So, I don't know. I remember yesterday, or as I was at a coffee shop waiting for a semi-smoothie, cool coffee drink, this guy heard on the radio over about the earthquakes that hit the Somali Islands, and I felt very weird because they said, at the time about 100 people were injured, or at least reported injured, and 15 were confirmed dead, I believe. And that just seemed weird to me because I remember hearing the same day in West Africa, in Guinea, I believe, there was actually a protest against the current leader the day before, and the leader apparently sent out his troops to disperse the crowds, and the crowd was only about 2,000 people, and I believe about 150 people have been killed, and thousands have been injured, if not more than that. So I just didn't really understand why the news kind of focused so much on, the Somalian islands where only a couple of people, 100 people were injured and tens were dead. I believe now it's confirmed up to anywhere from 70 to 100 people are confirmed dead, and I believe the number of injured has gone up as well. I think it might be 1,000 or so. But I was just thinking about that, and as I was driving home last night, I heard over on the BBC that apparently I believe it's actually the Eastern Samoan Islands are owned by the American Empire, and I just remember thinking to myself, oh, that's probably what it is. It's just a, American Eurocentric sort of news. I mean, that's why no one cares about Africa, because it's filled with black people, and everyone cares about Eastern Samoan Islands, because it's owned by white people. So, they gotta stay tight on that one, those racist bastards. But, this is our world, and I'm sorry to tell you this, but you're a part of it, and every tax dollar you spend helps support a white person somewhere. But yeah, back to me and my life. I don't know, I remember, I was thinking about that, because I have this thing. A long time ago I was watching a documentary about Iraq, and there are men at a coffee shop debating, should America be in Iraq, should it not be in Iraq? And one man said to another man, well, look at Japan and Germany. Both these countries have been invaded or have had a substantial influence of American imperialism on them. And Japan and Germany, 2 of the top 3 largest economies in the world. Germany is the #1 exporter in the world, actually, which may come as a shock to you due to China and all. But no, that's because China actually exports a bunch of those little cheap 90-cent toys, while Germany, what do they export? They export cars and really bulky, expensive items, like machinery and such. But yeah, So, back to the world. Anyway, no. And, Japan, they do their own little thing. Although they've been in the, what is it, lost decade for 20 years now? No, I'm just kidding. But, no, what is it? So I was thinking, oh, that's a good point, actually. Japan and Germany, two of the largest countries in the world. So why shouldn't Iraq be happy to have, a country that's made those countries so economically powerful and stable? Well, actually, I started thinking about it, and I was like, well, wait, America's been in other places. We've been in Cuba, Guam, the Philippines. What other places have we invaded? Oh yeah, Nicaragua. I mean, Korea. Where else have we been in? Technically we've been in China. We used some of their bases during World War. Well, actually we made some bases there during World War II. And really, these these places are actually renowned for their property. And it was like, that may be true. Japan and Germany, that's just two success stories. And then when I heard about Eastern Somalia being a province of America, I was like, oh, so that's probably, another one to add to the list of, not so strong economies. I mean, granted, Somalia alone has only about a population of about 65,000 people. The town I live in, Palatine, has a population of around, I believe, 64,000 people. So, my town alone is equal to the population of the Somalian islands. So, yeah, that's just what's been on my mind. What's been on your mind? Comment back. Hopefully someone will read it. If you're lucky, someone will listen.